Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. How is everyone today? Let's get into this and bring up your comments. That post-breakup skin, or is it lightning? No lightning, but I tell you what, the clouds are getting very dark here, and it looks like we're in for another absolute shocker tonight. It's been awful getting to the airport today. Floods, road traffic accidents, you name it. Hope we don't put Zinchenko on a huge wages. We'll talk about that, Sem Believer. I think Zinchenko could play defensive mid. I do too. I said that on before. Hi Andy, hi Minan Motion, how are you? Mind and Motion. Rick Davis, oi, how are you, buddy? Mragank Shah, Andy, how are you, Mragank? Are you well? Thanks, City. Hey, buddy, how's things? And that forehead in that picture is just, it's frightening. From Kenya, how are you? Ian, Muntongwa, you're new. How are you? How's Kenya? I used to love going on trips to Mombasa. I absolutely loved it. People were great. Used to take loads of big biro pens and football tops and shirts and socks and anything that we could give away to the kids and things. I loved Mombasa. It's a shame what's happened sort of over the last sort of 20 years and things like that. My early days, my early flying career, I spent weeks upon weeks upon weeks in Mombasa. I loved it. EF, how are you? Hello, Mark Bow. Good evening, Sir Philip Scout, Scott Surety. How are you? And Sir to you, Sir Philip. Kamal Dwyer's on. Hi. Iona Beats. Hello. How are you? McCund, hi Andy. Zinky, eh? Yeah. Who'd have thought? And I must admit, I've got my own opinions on Zinchenko, and I've said it for the last 12, 14 months on it. But yeah, we'll have a discussion about it. I'll ask you, what do you think? Evening all. Martin Abid, hi. You're new. Sorry, is it Matin or Martin Abid? Where are you from? Because you're new on here. Welcome to the channel. Great, buddy. You, Rick Davis. I'm very well, thank you. Dylan Wardlow, back again, Andy, mate. Always back. Felix to Atletico, rest in peace. We'll see. I'm not too sure about all of that. EF, Andy, do you realise I'm England's finest? Right, just of course I do, mate. I think you made that perfectly clear about a week ago. You changed your name to EF Production. So, yes, of course I do, mate. That's why I call you EF. Mragank, Andy, you shouldn't do stream in night or Dank City's forehead, which is going to give you bloody will. I looked at it then when I saw it and came up and thought, oh my God, what is that all about? That's frightening. So, yeah, EF. I don't think it's EFs. It's not EFs. It's, let me see. Let me go back up. Is it EFs? I thought it was somebody else's. It's Dank Cities, not EFs. Dank Cities is the one with the forehead. I mean, that's frightening. Andy, you're doing a great job. We love you in Ghana. Thank you, Benjamin Doku, and thank you so much for coming on the channel. Really appreciate it. Did some interviews with the Ghana citizens out there, which was amazing. They sent me some brilliant footage last year that we put on Man City Fan TV. So, yeah, if you want to get involved or you're part of the Ghana Citizens group, please get in touch. We'd love to sort of catch up again and see at Man City Fan TV what you're actually doing. So, yeah, keep in touch, buddy. And that connection has already been made with Ghana and Man City Fan TV. So, we'll hopefully keep promoting you guys out there. Dennis, what about the Russian kid we signed? Is he a defensive mid? I think it was in January. We signed him. I don't remember. The Russian kid. You'll have to remind me, mate. I'll be honest with you. Mombasa Andy, Jambo. Yes, Jambo. Absolutely. I used to love it. The Intercontinental Hotel, it was. And it was amazing. I loved every single second that I was there for years. Danny Tuame, evening. How are you, Danny? Not spoke to you for a bit. All good, Andy. Been on holiday in Italy for the past 2 weeks. Wow, where have you been? Whereabouts? Kev what was it? Barwise or Barwisi? Hi, Andy. City Till We Die roll on the fixtures coming out tomorrow. Yeah, What are the chances? What do you think? Are we going to get Liverpool first and Liverpool last or something crap like that? Mark Bow, let's talk FFP and the fact UEFA have until Tuesday to ban us from next season Champions League, otherwise they'll have to wait until 2020. I just can't see it happening, mate. I'm going to talk about, I'm going to put on there the Sun, laugh out loud. I mean, it's Martin Lipton all over again. But I'm just going to highlight a couple of comments out of Martin Lipton's piece today, which was interesting because he did mention a source and somebody's name, which is unusual for them. But the quote he said, I don't know actually what that quote means. You can read anything you want into it, and God knows we know about things like that. Kamal Dwyer, why haven't we signed anyone yet, even though Khaldoon said we would sign players early? Well, it is, to be fair, it's still early. Sometimes things take a little bit of while, and I keep saying it. I keep going back to the fact that I still think this Sane thing is the crux of what's going to happen next, and whether they'll get to a point where they give up on signing and think, right, he's staying, that is it, or they say, right, he's going, that is it, and we'll take whatever money we can. I think it's still a big thing because 70, 80, 90 million quid for a player going out gives you a big armoury on top of everything else to go and buy players. So, sorry to hear about news concerning Ray. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. But we move on. Do you think we're getting a Champions League ban? Still don't know. I still don't think there's a... Not this season, for certain. Not this season. Sam, hey Andy, great to see you putting out content. Best Man City YouTube channel. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. Really do. EF, Top Man Andy, what you work as, if you don't mind me asking. I run my own aviation training company, so we train aircrew all over the world. Dylan Wardlow, we definitely need to sign someone this week, Andy, otherwise we could fall behind. I wouldn't necessarily say that because, let's say, okay, I'll ask you the question. Who else in the UK, apart from sort of United and things like that, who else has signed anybody? They don't always get done on the date that the transfer window opens and things. It's one of those that you just... What will be will be. It's out of our control. The signing of players is in the hands of experts, and we just have to wait for it to happen. Some of them get done quickly, which we all love because we can say, oh great, we've got these players in. Some of them are a bit more complicated, and you've got people that have agents and things that are turning around, sort of then change demands. So I think just hold fire on it, and don't blame Cheeky and everybody else. Just let's hold fire. The Cast Court schedule for the 14th of August has neither City case or... The Cast Court schedule for 14th of August has neither City case or AC Milan. Can you just expand on that, English Mastiff? I'm not quite sure. Oh, Palaversa. Palaversa will be going back to his own club for another year. I think that was said when I did a video on Palaversa in January, and I think it was made pretty clear by City then that he'd be signed and he'd end up going back to his home club for another year before he comes back to Man City. My house is on. John Walters is on. What's a surprise that we... Come on, John Walters. Why is your house haunted? Gary Deneen, hello. How are you, mate? Dylan, oh, Andy. What watch are we wearing today? Same watch as I'm always wearing, mate. No different. I'm not a watch person because I end up smashing expensive watches and all that type of crap, and it's an F1 edifice, so it's a Casio Edifice F1 so not an expensive one. I would never have an expensive watch because I smash them like they're going out of fashion. But not like my lad, my oldest lad, who got a £5,000 Chanel watch for his 21st birthday. That's only because my wife works for Chanel and got it cheap. No, I'm not into expensive watches and things like that. Oh, right, let's get through. Sorry, loads and loads and loads of comments coming through. Where we at? Grace Jones. He's still on about Grace Jones. Hi, Kevin Mole. How are you? Joseph Beatty's Sane is priceless. He's way better than Felix the Cat. I think we've said it on Man City Fan TV before. It could be anything. Can't wait to see the plans for the Etihad. Neither can I. I'm really excited about that. I did the video the night before last about the Etihad redevelopment from David Crook, and hope you've gone over and checked out his work if you haven't, if you don't know about him. I thought it was a really interesting article that he wrote. I thought it was great. So it could be, God, it's not going to happen overnight, but if you think in the next 3 to 5 years, God, that Etihad campus and that area could just be incredible, absolutely incredible. Section 20's on. Hey, Andy and all Man City fan TV, all the Man City fans, sorry. How are you, buddy? Do you believe Sky saying we are in for Maguire? Don't know, if I'm being honest with you. I can't see it. Well, if it was like 50, 60 million, you'd go, I could see that. 90 million quid, I can't see that. Aviation company, no wonder you're busy. Yeah, mate. English Mastiff, the leak was in the MEM for the fake first games of the season, apparently. Yeah. Blue Heart, hello, how are you? Wine is fine, but whiskey's quick. Hello. I love that name, it's brilliant. Will Watkinson, music, Cancelo or Walker? If I had to answer the question, better the devil you know. I know what Walker does and what he doesn't. Cancelo or Cancelo, I'm really not too sure about. I did the video on him. I did the transfer video on him last week. And even though he's got great attacking abilities, defensively, the people who really analyse his players' performance say he's not great defensively. So I don't know. I'm like that. So I would stick with the devil that I know, which is Walker. And I know Walker can sometimes have off games, but on his day, he's a wonderful player. I remember Rubinho on the last day of the transfer window. Yeah, Iona beats him. Anything like that could happen this one. Anything on Douglas Luiz? Still nothing yet. I think they've still got to come out and sort this passport and work permit out before anything happens. I'm surprised they haven't managed to sort it out yet. It's exciting times. It is very exciting for the future, and certainly if you've got kids or things, you can think in 10 years' time when the kids are going to watch Man City week in, week out. What a stadium it's going to be. Oh my God. Sifenshil Hlongway. I can't pronounce that. How about Marcello at left back for a season? No, because we tried that. We tried that, didn't we? With what's he called from Inter Milan, the Brazilian right back. Oh my God, his name's gone out of my head. Somebody help me out. The famous Brazil right back we got in for a season. 6 months. What was he called? Sorry, my mind's gone a blank. Hi Andy, hi Levi. Michael, thank you Nick. It didn't work out. And yeah, even though Marcelo is still a very, very good left back, I don't think it fits our profile. I really don't. I don't see any reason why we pay somebody extortionate wages because he'd demand it, because he can easily go to China and places like that. Why would we pay somebody extortionate money just to come in for a season? And, let's face it, if what we're going to talk about next, which is Zinchenko and the 5-year contract deal, if that's the case, why would you then give somebody a 5-year contract and then bring in Marcelo? It don't make any sense, if I'm being honest with you. But, who knows? Stranger things have happened. The court has scheduled cases City or AC Milan not on that schedule. English Mastiff, have you been on the lash today? Because that still doesn't make any sense. The court has scheduled cases City or AC Milan not on that schedule. Come on, fella. Put your beer down and write properly. What do you think about Sane's response to Bayern Munich links? I don't feel so confident. Take everything, I think, with a pinch of salt. I'm not going to go into the Sane thing. It's boring because there's no point, absolutely no point, because it doesn't mean anything. It means absolutely nothing. People will speculate on one thing and people will say, no, I think he's just doing this. And others will say, oh, he's definitely going. And others, we don't know. It's just speculation. I think City, will believe that City will do one of two things. And I've always said this, and that's just my opinion. City will either turn around and say, you have this timeline to sign, or we will sell you, or you are going nowhere, and that is it. You're going to see out your contracts, and if you don't get into the squad and you don't play in the first 11, that's your problem, not mine. I hope that, and I don't think it'll come to that. I think there'll be some sort of mediation, and it'll get resolved one way or the other. But I won't read too much into that, and I'm not going to go into a Sane thing, because it's all you're doing is just talking about nonsense, really. All we need is Maguire, Ndombele and Dybala, you reckon? You really rate Maguire that highly? Dennis, Man City have signed midfielder Ante Palaversa from Hajduk Split in London back to Croatian side. The 18-year-old completed a medical in Manchester this week and has moved for a fee of 7 million. Ante Palaversa from Hajduk Split and loaned him back to the Croatian side. The 18-year-old completed a medical in Manchester this week and has moved for a 7 million fee. Mate, we did a video on that ages and ages ago, months ago, on the Palaversa stuff, mate. And he's going to be there next season. Back at his own, I think it was released in January that he'd be back at his own club for the next season as well. Cass can't throw anything out because FP haven't decided what they're doing with us. No, I agree. I think Cass will throw it out. I'm not too sure. Imagine Mendy and Cancelo going forward as far fullbacks. Yeah, it would be exciting. Can you imagine Mendy and Cancelo being defending? It wouldn't be great, I'll be honest with you. Best content from a City fan. Thank you, Will Watson Music. I really appreciate that comment. Rick Davis, Walker just needs a good rest. I agree. And I am totally, Rick Davis, I'm totally on your side with this, because like we know, I think he and one other came back and had a week's rest after the World Cup last year, came straight back into pre-season, then came straight into the team, played a load of games this season. And I think a lot of the England players from the last World Cup are knackered and they need a proper summer. That's why with this whole Nation League, whatever you think about it, I would much rather this summer, in particular when there's a free summer, ideally, end of the season, whether it be Champions League or whatever, then that's it. Bugger off. Go and have 6-8 weeks away. Come back, start pre-season and everything else. Have a good rest away from football. Because let's face it, we all go on holiday because we're fed up of work. We're fed up. We want a rest away from it and things like that. Remember, it's a job for these footballers. And even though we would say, I'd give my right arm to be in their position and earn their money, it's still a job. And they need a proper break. Not only to get away from football, but to get away from fan channels like this one and journalists and everything else. Mike on, yep, said that, King. Thank you. Hi, Andy, Nick, Mike on. Yes, thank you, everybody who said it was Mike on. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, pal, late, what I missed. Not really anything, Martin. We've just been talking about, some questions. Mike on. Mike Tyson says Mike on. Thank you, Mike Tyson. Snorky poo. Dylan Window. Andy is sipping some of that fine orange juice this evening. Title winning drink. Andy is sipping some of that fine orange juice this evening. Title winning drink. It is, mate, a title winning drink. Absolutely. Always orange juice. What is the future of John Stones? I think he'll be there next season, and I think he'll be given an opportunity. And we know that John Stones on his day can be absolutely class. And I certainly wouldn't judge him on those couple of mistakes and things the other night in England. I really wouldn't. How about Ramos? I've always said for the last 2 years, I'd love Ramos at Man City. I really would, just to piss off the Liverpool fans. But I'd love Ramos because I think he's a top defender, even though he's a lunatic. But if we've got Otamendi in the team, we don't need Ramos. Andy, 14th June, Doomsday looms. Andy, 14th June, Doomsday looms. 14th of June. What's the association there? You're not talking about Pep Guardiola and Juventus, are you? Because if so, it's the 15th, if that's what you're talking about. Ephraim Davis says, have City made any transfers? None of any significance, no. I had a read of the beat of the Daily Mail. Right, let's have a look. What else? Everyone, not missed the bloody. I missed the start. Don't worry, the judge. You're fine. You're perfectly fine. It's the usual stuff. We always do it. Whether the odd person says, "Oh, just get into this," I'm interacting with you guys and answering some of your questions, and we'll get into that very quickly. Didn't Pep deny those claims, Gary? What's Gary said? Apparently Pep is going to have to sabbatical. Well, I think it's come out and basically City are turning around, or claims that City are saying, and whoever, another source that City are. Pep's going nowhere until he wins the Champions League. I must admit, I've never heard Pep say he's going nowhere until he wins the Champions League. It's just putting two and two together and trying to come up with a story. Hi Andy, South Africa in the house. Aston Daniels, you're new. Whereabouts in South Africa, mate? Welcome to the channel. Pep denied he's leaving. Yeah, that's allegedly it. Kamal, I still rate Walker, but I think we need backup. Don't think. I'm not sure where. I honestly. Good point, Kamal. I don't think Pep doesn't think that Danilo is good enough. But you've invested 50 million quid on a defender, and you've got Danilo, and let's face it, Danilo has come in and done really well this season. And is he a first choice right back? I'm not too sure, I'll be honest with you. But you can't deny the guy has been brilliant this season when he's come in, very flexible, and I think he's brilliant cover. But Danilo basically wants regular football. He wants guarantees at his age that he's going to get regular football. And Pep is not going to guarantee anybody in any contract that they are allowed. I'm guessing if it was a Kevin De Bruyne or someone like that, he might do. But with a Danilo, he's never going to guarantee in football. And you know, that's what players basically say when they want to move. Offer me first team football or I'm going, and that's it. And there's nothing you can do. Sane is a talented player, but he's not ready to adapt tactically to Pep demands. I think he needs to go. Sane needs to commit his future to soon or it goes. So fair comment, Benjamin. I don't know whether he's tactically not ready, because I think he proved it not the season just gone, but the season before that. God, he is. I mean, he was superb that season. I just think there's a lot going on with Sane, and I'm not going to go into the whole Sane thing because I just think let's just wait and see. I've always said it for now 3-4 weeks. I still think our summer transfer targets will be dependent on what happens with Leroy. I really do. Walker is my number one worry for next season. It could go both. He recovers form. It could do. What if he turns around and plays and is absolutely amazing? David Silva deserves a statue at the stadium. What do you think? Who are the other players? Oh, Anush, absolutely. As if you've followed me on Man City Fan TV, you'll know that David Silva is my favourite all-time Man City player. So for me, he gets a statue every day of the week. I'd like to see the trio. I'd like to see Company, Sergio and David Silva as one statue together, seeing as though they all basically played together at the same time. So I think that'd be a great touch. What's happening with Mangala? Still don't know. There was the issue with the medical. It looks like he's failed that medical, or something highlighted that Porto were not happy to do. So, and I just said I said it the other week, Mike Tyson. I turned around and said City may as well just pay £4 million extra year's contract, or 3 million quid, whatever the real fee is, and just get rid of him and let him go and do whatever he wants. I'm good, Abhishek. How are you? Right, what else we got? Anyone watch Gundogan for Germany? I didn't see any of the football. I was too busy last night. How you doing? Hope you're good, mate. Robert Lang, I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Exactly, Ramos is a loony. He'd be worth it just to piss off. For me, he would. 14th of June, midnight. Yeah, well, okay. So are you talking, English Mastiff, about the video I did the other week where I turned around and said that, and it wasn't me, I was just passing on the information, that Roger Mitchell had said that this one particular journalist had said it's definitely happening on the 15th of June. It'll be announced, and then must admit, since then there has been a couple of other people still this week claiming that it's still going to happen even after Pep's press conference. So Hey Andy, hi Kian, how are you? Andreas, if you have nothing positive to say, just pop back to Arse White TV. I don't know what that means. Who's that? What's this? Who's on? Andreas Casillas. Who's this? The concept of this Man City fan TV is absolutely zero. Go and watch Robbie from Arsenal fan TV for some good ideas how to work this properly. Thanks, Andreas. I appreciate it. Who is Robbie from Arsenal fan TV? Just let me know. One of those, innit? I'm not going to block you because it's just quite funny. But anyway, let's move on. Just ignore him. I'm not going to put him in a timeout unless he's abusive. Why does the media and everyone want Pep to leave? Fear. Absolutely, Carl. You're spot on. That is the only reason why. Fear. They don't like it. They just do not like it. Manny, Mikhail, Andreas, we do us here and we like it. Don't like it, you know what to do. Brian, is there danger of Sterling being burnt out? There's always that possibility, mate, just like Walker, just like everyone else, and that's the problem. They need to get themselves on bloody holiday, which I'm sure they are now, and they've gone away and they just put football out of their mind, spend it with their family, have a nice relaxing time, don't read any headlines, don't read any Twitter accounts and things like that, and just switch off and have a proper month's rest, or 3-4 weeks rest. And because last season they didn't get, a lot of the City players didn't get enough rest last season, but at the end of the day you turn around and say, well, we were the formidables, so but they can't keep going, the key players at the level that they've been going at. It's just can't do it. You know what, Gary, you said about pulling the sign on Bruno Fernandes. I put out loads of videos on the channel about it, and all the time I said it was speculation, and it was one of those that at City allegedly came out on several occasions where they just said we were never interested in Bruno Fernandes. And we said at the time on the channel, I said, whose place is he going to replace? Because is he going to stop the Foden progression because of he plays in a similar position? I just couldn't see the reason why we would get Fernandes unless we definitely were selling Gundogan and others. So yeah, it's a strange one. Spoke to a guy in the know today. Looks like we have signed 2 Millwall kids. His comments were mint. Really? That'd be interesting. Danilo is a tank. I agree. I really thought he was great this season. Will Gabriel Jesus be counted as a homegrown that's playing this season? Sorry, sorry, apologies. I'm just getting a message up on my phone. I've just got to watch my phone because I've got a business conference call coming up very shortly. So I've just got to be careful that they're not trying to get a hold of me. Sorry, what time are we on? 27. Right, okay. I'm going to skip through a few of these. I'm going to very quickly talk about, do you go to the gym often, mate? No, do we? Not anymore. Don't have time. Well, running Man City fan TV and working and everything else. No, I don't have time. I want to get back. I must admit, I keep saying I want to get back to going to the golf and play golf again. And I've not played for many years, and I'd really love just to go back because we've got some great golf courses around here. So I'd really like to just, even if it means going and playing at 7 o'clock in the morning on my own or something like that, just to get out, some fresh air and things like that. It'd be great. Mangala is our mascot for next season. Manchester is retiring. Hello, Andy. This is Adi from Boston, Massachusetts. One of my favourite cities. That and obviously I love New York, but Boston I absolutely adore. I think it's an absolutely incredible city. Love it. Absolutely love it. Spent a few holidays there, driving up north through Portsmouth, going up to through Bangor, Maine, and driving across into Canada and Montreal and Quebec. Love it. Absolutely love the northeast coast of America. Wonderful place. Wonderful place. I'm good, mate. How are you, Kian? Andy, do you think Sane's drama will spoil the squad? Don't know, because let's face it, we don't know. We're only guessing. Who knows? For all we know, he's talked for weeks and weeks with the players in the squad and basically said, I'm not sure, I've got these problems at home, I need to sort this out, and they're all supportive of him. And Pep's probably put an arm around him and said, look, don't worry about it, let's get that sorted and then we can talk about. We have no idea. We have absolutely no idea. So it's one of those, let's just sit back, wait and see what happens. Right. Golf bar. 200 million max. Well, I don't know who you're talking about there. I said that I reckon we could easily spend 300 million, but I think we'd need to recoup 100 to 150 million of that in player sales, if I'm being honest. Hey Andy, did you watch the Nations League final? I didn't, mate. I believe Bernardo was excellent. Go swimming. Yeah, could do. My wife goes swimming most mornings, but I find it quite boring. Are we facing Champions League ban? Not this season, I don't believe. But anyway, so moving on. Alexander Zinchenko looks like, according to reports, this came from James Ducker, obviously of the Telegraph. Now, James Ducker, is one of those journalists that covers City regularly. He's often in the audience at Pep's press conferences, gets lots of opportunity to ask questions of Pep, and sometimes writes some good stuff, sometimes writes some absolute garbage. But his article this evening basically says that Zinchenko is on the verge of signing a new 5-year contract with Manchester City as he prepares to become the latest player to commit his long-term future to the Premier League champions. And remember, we were prepared to offload him. We tried to get him, I think it was 15 million quid, and there was talk of he might have gone to Wolves, but he basically, fair play to the kid. He basically said that, I want to stay, I want to fight for my place, I'm happy if I rotate, but I want to prove my worth. And that's the type of attitude you want out of a player. And let's face it, I mean, I'm not decrying Wolves. I think they're a great club, got a great manager and play great football and everything else. But if you have the possibility to even play half a season, but being coached every single day by Pep Guardiola, why would you not take that? So I think good luck to him. Do I think he's a natural left back? No, I don't. I'll be honest with you. I think he's great in possession and going forward. Defensively, I'm still not sure whatsoever, I'll be honest. But fair play to the kid. He's done really, really well covering for Mendy's injury. I think he's done a wonderful job this season. Still got a lot of problems in his positional awareness and things like that, just like Delph did, even though he had a great season the season before. But the kid is talented. There's absolutely no doubt about that. And if you've got to bear in mind, will he in the next year or during the summer and next year progress to the point where he actually might even be given an opportunity in his preferred position on the left of midfield or centre midfield? Who knows? He could go on to be something amazing, a proper find, but he's not had the opportunities to play that much in that role and has basically been cover at left back. So Adi says, I hope Zinchenko performs equally as well next season. Delph was a one-season wonder. Well, it turned out that way. It did. But I think with Delph, he got a lot of injuries this season. Imagine a full season of KDB and Bernardo. I mean, God, can you imagine? I mean, they're already back looking, both of them are fit. KDB's back looking good for Belgium. By all accounts, I didn't see the game, but I think we should sign Zinchenko's right. Yeah, that'll be a good one. She's very hot. Mind you, wasn't the picture only a few months ago of him with about 5 beauties on a yacht somewhere? It's like, bloody hell, he can pull the birds. Looking at coming over to watch a few games next year. Was going to use Premier in Central as I did last time. We'll meet up, Gary. Just message me and we'll meet up and have a beer and come to the game and have a chat. And if you want to come on camera, you're more than welcome. When he's at his best, De Bruyne is, without shadow of a doubt, Nippon, we know that he's unbelievable. He'd walk into any team in world football on his day. Zink gets targeted by opposition teams. They know he's Yeah, I mean but that's the same with Delph. Those we keep saying, said it on numerous post-match videos that little ball to the back post um, was gonna always gonna catch Delph and Zinchenko out because they're just not natural left backs. You've got to remember these guys, even though they're professional footballers, have been playing in a system that is they're midfielders by trade, really. It takes years and years of drilling and drilling and drilling as a left back to be able to constantly be aware of who is where and who is this. But when you're forced to be players cover at that position, especially in City's system where the wing backs or the full backs are really attacking, sometimes it takes a second to switch off. And I know even experienced left backs can do that. We know that, but you know, you can't detract from the fact that Zinchenko was excellent last season. He was very, very good. There's no doubt about it whatsoever. So he deserves a contract, and like Caldoun said in his interview, the fact that the City are actually more than happy to actually offer an extended contract, even if they've only signed a player for 1 year, as in give them a 4-year contract, a year into the contract, we'll extend it by another couple of years. So I think he's been rewarded, and if the rumours are true that we are going to offer him another 5-year contract, I think it's only fair play. And what I think it does, it sends out the right message to everybody else and say, look, the likes of Jadon Sancho and others, if you really want it that much at Man City and Pep gives you the opportunity and you're good enough, look what can happen. Because that 5-year contract completely secures his future for the rest of his life. Because he'll be on a decent wedge. I don't know how much he'll be on. Let's guess at 70, 80,000 pound a week. Well, Jesus, I mean, it's a lot of money. So, well played to Zinchenko. That's all I'm going to say. So, sorry, let me just go through. Iona Beats, let's hope he will keep improving. Yeah, and who knows where he could go. I mean, Jesus, he could end up being absolutely incredible. No chance of Ballon d'Ors. Wow, sorry, this skipping through. No chance of Ballon d'Ors while playing in England. It's always been. I mean, I think everybody else has said that, haven't they? Not just City fans. I think Liverpool fans have said it. Another, mind you, looks like Liverpool might get a Ballon d'Or winner. Mendy needs to turn up fit now. I'll get rid. I totally am with you, and I said we need to give Mendy 1 more year, and then that is it. And if he doesn't, and anything happens, end of. I see I'm not the only one that is hated by predictive text. We all get caught out with that. Oh, sorry. Tom Carter. A Steam company was liking so many Man City Fan TV tweets, just slaughtering Andy, which is shocking. Hey, it is what it is. It absolutely is what it is. I'm not going to go down. I'm really not going to go down that route. If other people who've been involved in the channel want to, slag a Steam company off and say whatever they want and all that, I'm not going down that route. I basically, with the Steam company, when the thing happened with Ray and everything else, I offered a hand of apology on behalf of Man City Fan TV. I had intermediaries talking with him and me, and I said, look, I'll more than happily apologise on behalf of the channel for whatever's been said. I wasn't involved in the whole, I mean, we've spoke about it hundreds of times on the channel. And he decided that he didn't want to, and that's perfectly fine. I understand that, that's fine. And if he wants to jump on the tweets that are going around, then absolutely fine. I've got no problems with that. I'm not going to get into a tit for tat with, me and Stephen and everything. I'm not interested. I'm really not. All I can say is I offered the hand of an apology whenever it was, January or something like, I can't remember, it was that long ago. And he decided he didn't want to, and that's perfectly fine. That's no problem whatsoever. So I wasn't involved in the whole debacle. I wasn't involved in it. I was involved in a very tiny few tweets at the very beginning, and then I was off doing a podcast. I wasn't involved in what happened next. So it is what it is. I'm not going down that route. I would hazard to guess Mendy would not pan out next season. This must well. There's always that problem. People forget Delphi's been playing out his natural position, yet people still have a go. And I agree with you, Blue Out. I do agree. It's like I keep saying to people, look, don't forget how good he was last season. As good as Zinchenko has been this season. But this season, he's had a load of niggly injuries non-stop. And he's hardly played a run of games. And the sad thing is when he did come in, he's just made a few boo-boos and it's not looked good on him. And I do feel sorry for him. Will Ray ever come back? No, never, ever. End of story. How far do you think Zinks can really go as a player? Do you think he could be? He's one of those. If Pep is saying, I'll give you a 5-year contract, how good do you think he could be? Only Pep knows, and only Pep and he knows how potentially brilliant he could be. So fair play to the kid. He's clearly very talented. It'd just be great if we could somehow give him some game time in midfield and see what could he do in midfield. Hi, the Saint. How are you? EM agree. Big season for Mendy. Are you getting a season ticket, Andy? No, because I can't just buy a season ticket out of question just now. I can't just go to the club and go, give me a season. Can I get tickets for as many games as I possibly want to get to? Of course I can, no problem whatsoever. So getting tickets is no problem, absolutely no problem. Nippon, will Phil Foden end up being one club man? Oh, wouldn't that be great? Who knows? He's only a baby. Love you, Andy. Tom Carter. Love you, Tom Carter. Steam Company is a man-child, can't stand him. Well, that's your own opinion. Steam Company is too emotional for my like. Well, again, that's your opinion. You're entitled to your own opinion. Tom Carter, funny how he has suddenly started doing live chats at 4 p.m. Fake. Thought it was funny he couldn't make Vinny's testimonial because he's on holiday. True blue. I don't know who you're talking about, Scott, there, I'm afraid. Mike Tyson, do you think Jesus will get more games than Aguero, or is Aguero going to go all out in his last few years at a club and make it right? Well, who knows? Who knows? Steam Company is totally commercially inclined. That's just not real. Well, each to their own norm, and they make their own decisions as to why they do things. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what they want to do the channel for, that's absolutely. Like I said, this channel, when it gets to 10,000 subscribers or in the very near future, will be monetized. I am definitely going to monetize this channel, but I'll be doing it for different reasons. I'm going to push this summer for promoting the Tackle for Manchester charity and try and raise as much money as we can over the summer at Man City Fan TV prior to the Vinny Company testimonial, and hopefully by then I was going to set a target of 3,000, but I think that's why be under ambitious. Let's just see what we can raise in the coming months. Got between now and September. And if we can raise 5,000, it'd be amazing. If it's 2,000 or 3,000, whatever it is, I'm going to try and raise as much money as I can and present them with a check for whatever it is we can do. So if you've got any ideas or thoughts about what you want us to do to raise money, it's going to be the Man City Fan TV Tackle for Manchester is going to be our own charity that we're going to push for everything. We'll promote other people if they want to come on for free and things like that. Whether it be the Ginger Wig or it be anybody, they want us to push their stuff like we did with Leslie Ross's artwork and stuff. We'll more than happily do that for charity. But the funds are going to go because it's my channel. It's going to be Tackle for Manchester, so everything is going to go for Tackle for Manchester. So let's hope between now and September we can raise as much money as possibly can. Right, got about another 10 minutes and then that's it. No need to do fan cams anymore because you're on your own. Just stick to the live streams, Andy. I don't need to do fan cams if I want to, but I want to. Obviously, I'm going to still want to go to games. So I'm a fan. I want to go to the games. I want to watch. That's why people said originally, well, can you not do watch-alongs and things? And I said, well, I'm normally at a game, but if it's an away game that I can't get to and things like that, I'd rather watch the game than be stood here trying to talk to somebody and try and watch the game. I'm a fan first and foremost. That is ultimately what we do. But got loads of people now wanting to do fan cams with us and things like that. So that's not to say that we won't do fan cams, because I'm really sure, I'm almost positive that in the future we're going to be doing fan cams for those who want to watch along. It won't be me, or it won't be me all of the time and things like that. But I've already got loads of people who have asked about this, so we will be doing them. Whether we do every single game and things, I don't know. There's still lots of things to sort out over the summer. But yeah, got loads of brilliant ideas and things like that. So don't worry about what's going to happen in when the season starts. It will take care of itself, and I will manage all of that because I'm in charge of it. So that's it. I don't have to run it by anybody else and get permission from anyone else. I can do exactly what I want. Apparently it's Wolves away. Well, we'll see, won't we? Tackle for Manchester's top cause, a charity bringing us home. Absolutely. And that's what I think. I think Vinny's charity is absolutely amazing. One thing I want to remind everybody, and I forgot about saying it the other night, still got some artwork that I'm gonna put back up on here, and I'll eventually put it on Twitter and things like that. That is still up for grabs. Some great pieces that are still up for auction, and I've got some others, which is great. So I've got some more now, and I'm going to auction those as well. That's all going to go towards the contribution to Tackle for Manchester, and then we'll have some other stuff going on in the summer. Right, great channels. Great to see the channel grow and move on. Thank you, Paul. Semper Libre, Ray's ship has sailed. Well, Ray's doing whatever he's doing. Have a great evening, Andy. Thank you, Mark Bow, and you too. Are you going to get a new partner in crime? No chance. Ain't happening. Not saying that people will not be contributors to Man City Fan TV. Not at all. I'm already in loads of conversations with people since Sunday. Had some, and I'm not going to name them because people on here have already sent loads of emails about can I do this, and I'm interested in this and things like that. Obviously at this moment in time I've got to be very careful and suspicious of who is who, and so it'll be face-to-face meetings. We'll meet up and we'll have a chat. And I said just at the moment this week and next week, because I'm away and in Germany and things like that, I'll when I get back from Germany I will reply back to you for those who have emailed in, and we'll set up a meeting, because I know most of you are in Manchester and already season ticket holders and whatever else. We'll meet up face to face. We'll have a chat about your ideas that you've sent me, and we'll decide. And I can't promise that all of you will be able to be involved and things like that, but if we can come together as a group and you've got some great ideas, then you're more than welcome to contribute towards Man City Fan TV. Absolutely. Will you be a partner in Man City Fan TV? Nope. I'll make that clear now. No chance. Absolutely no chance. I ain't going down that route again. But we'll see. You guys who've emailed me know some of the plans and things like that. So we've spoke about that already, but we need a face-to-face conversation, because I'm not just going to take off a conversation from email. We'll meet up and we'll chat about it. And there's no rush. There's no rush whatsoever. It's only June and the season doesn't start for another few months, and I've got other people that at the moment are a priority that I contact, which I will do over the coming days. They know who they are, and that's all about the channel itself and the format, production and everything else. They're the people I need to contact and have meetings with urgently, rather than ideas, because there's big plans for the channel and production and everything else first. They're the most important thing that I need to deal with first. But once I've done that, I do promise you, we'll meet up and we'll discuss all your brilliant ideas that you've come up with. Go back and watch the video to see about Ray. It's over now. Right, sorry, you replying to somebody else. What front three would you prefer, Aguero, Sterling, Sane, or Ray, Rabbit? Tom Carter, come on, stop it. You're being naughty. We're not going there. Tomorrow, Mark. Hi all, hi Roberton Blondie. Where's the boy who loves he's here somewhere. He is. He's just sort of chipping in and out because he's a naughty boy. Let's move on. Andy got great plans and let's talk City. It's what it's about. If you want gossip and drama, go and watch Corrie. I agree, Paul. Hi, Andy. Sorry I'm late, Johnny, but hope you well. Love you vlogs. Thank you, Head Bumps. I really appreciate that. What about a ventriloquist dummy? I don't know what. No, I won't say it. No, I won't say it. You can work out what I might have said. Anyway, we'll move on. What else? Yeah, the whole Felix thing. I mean, I still don't know. I think there's a lot of crap coming out, and I'm not sure about the. I'm talking about a lot of crap. Sort of basically that is definitely over and it's finished and blah blah blah. I still think there's something there. I really do. Whether it'll happen, who knows? But I'm not definitely ruling it out. That's my opinion anyway. So we'll see. I know people have said that's it, it's finished, it's definitely not coming. A lot of articles I've read today, there are still Portuguese sort of websites and papers that say it's not quite like that. So I'll wait and see and hold fire on the Felix comments. Am I going to watch the Copa America? If I get time, Tom, well, I will do. Can't wait for the scene to start. Tom Carter looked like an after-sex selfie. I would love a Gloucester and Mbappe. Hey, Joseph, won't we all? That would be amazing. Fernandinho, KDB and Bernardo in midfield. Yeah, still brilliant. That was still a brilliant 3. Can happen for next season, no problem whatsoever. Shedders 1. Hey, mate, sorry you're a bit late, but we're going shortly. Not even one with... Stop it. Stop it. You're too quick. You're too quick for this channel and you'll get me in trouble. Yeah, the Martin Lipton thing, I mean, I'm not going to go into quoting what the Sun newspaper said and all that type of garbage, but I'm FFP and he allegedly... I'm not going to read all his article out and talk about the FFP thing because it's a bit boring, if I'm being honest with you. But the only thing I will turn around and say about the whole thing, and that is it, because it's all quoted coming back from Martin Lipton, who has been at City and FFP for years. He just basically said that a spokeswoman for the Lausanne-based court said there is no stay on UEFA while the CAS proceedings are in progress. What does that mean? There is no stay on UEFA while the CAS proceedings are in progress. I'll repeat that again. There is no stay on UEFA while the CAS proceedings are in progress. That is the only real quote that Martin Lipton says from CAS's confirmed person to Sunsport. So if you don't understand that, read that comment back and go, what does that mean? I still, and I've read it 100 times, I still don't understand totally what that means. It's very subjective. You can read 5 or 6 things into that comment. So I won't worry too much about that. What will happen is out of our hands with FFP and CAS and everything else. I did loads of videos on it. I did videos with Colin Savage, Press Switch Blue, done videos with Jonathan Northcroft on it. I've done my own videos on this on Man City Fan TV. Go back and watch all the videos again. I'm not getting into the whole thing about that because it's out of our hands and we have no idea what's happening. Do I personally think we're going to be banned this summer? No, I don't think so. End of. Will we be banned in the future? Who knows? I still doubt it, but who knows? I'm more concerned with what's happening with the Chelsea stuff and FIFA. Now FIFA have basically, refused, and CAS have refused the objection. That worries me more because that's a potential transfer ban. So not being kicked out of the Champions League, it's a transfer ban. So if we don't spend big and get a load of players this summer, if we do eventually get a transfer ban in the future, that's concerning. So I'm more concerned about what's happening with FIFA than I am with FFP and CAS, because until all this comes out, none of us know. We're all speculating. That's it. So what have I got? Anything else? Oh, one more thing. Pep going nowhere. Yeah, mentioned about that before. We discussed that earlier. One last thing. It looks like Jack Harrison. he's hoping he wants to go back to Leeds on loan next season. So he was a regularly played. He got 4 goals in 37 Championship games last season. So by all accounts, Bielsa is a massive admirer of him. He really, really likes him, and the reports are that they're hoping that Bielsa's hoping, if it's true, Bielsa is hoping that the club will be able to sign Harrison before the Leeds player returns for pre-season training. Now, whether that is on loan or permanently, I'll be surprised if it's permanent. I've got a feeling it might be another year's loan for next season. But Bielsa seems to be really impressed with Jack Harrison, who, as you know, came from the States, etc. So we'll see what happens with him. But he won't be coming back to City. There's no chance. You saying, Zach Joseph saying he'll never make it. Who knows? But there's no chance of him coming back to City and being in our squad. But maybe another year in the and if he impressed and Leeds were promoted and things like that, who knows? He could be worth 20 million quid or something. So I think City will play it quite calm with him and sort of let him do his own thing and sort of monitor his progress and think, do we just get rid halfway in the January transfer window next year, or do we leave it? And if he's doing really, really well, think, God, if Leeds get promoted, we could sell him then. He's not good enough for us, but we could get 20 million quid from him. And suddenly, it's a nice little return on investment. So, what else, finally, before I go? No news on Rodri. No, nothing. Not only from what I said. Watched a video back that I did last night. I'm talking about Rodri and basically telling Atletico he wants to leave, and that's it. I still think Rodri potentially is going to be our first signing. I really do. When I was hoping it might have been before the end of this week. So fingers crossed on that. But I might be totally wrong. He might not be. He might decide to stay, and who knows. Blue Heart. Has Ray called to say he loves you? Stop it. You're just making it worse. Mike Tyson, I'm off, pal. Fury versus Tom press conference. Want to see Fury turns up as Superman outfit. Enjoy the press conference. You know what you're going to get with Fury. It's going to be something. Agree, Joseph. New York City player at best. Yeah, I agree. Cameron Dempsey. Hello, mate. How are you? Andy, is that lad still part of Man City Fan TV? The one who studies at... Harry, you're talking about Harry. Harry's been away. I messaged him last night, so we're waiting and seeing. He's been away. He's been doing his exams and things like that, and then been away. So I'm just waiting for Harry to get back to me and confirm if he wants to come back or not. And like I said to him, it's absolutely fine if you don't want to. I understand he might not want to get involved in everything that's gone on, or he might want to just take some time away and just wait for all this crap and garbage to die over. And plus, it's the summer, and he's only a young kid. He wants to go out and enjoy himself. So it's entirely up to Harry. It is what it is. But if he doesn't want to, we've got, like I said, loads of other people lined up. And but I hope he does. I really do, because I really like Harry, and I've always tried to promote him. At times when, we've had... Oh, no, I'm not even going to go there. I've always wanted to promote him on Man City Fan TV. I think we should buy 4 players, Andy, because we might get a transfer ban. Well, I still think... I know some people are saying we're only going to sign 2. I'd be very surprised if we only sign 2. I think it'll be 3 or 4, if I'm honest with you, but we'll see. Is transfer window officially open now? No, tomorrow, mate. Tomorrow morning. But anyway, listen... That's sort of everything for today. It's nearly an hour, so thank you, everyone. Wow, loads of people were watching. That's really good. If you want to give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, perfectly fine. But, guys, thank you, everyone, for your support and your contributions. And don't forget, the ghost is throwing around a chopping board. See you, Kevin. Blue Heart, you're a lunatic. But see you, mate. If you've got any ideas and you're thinking, right, okay, there might be an opportunity, and I think I'll be good at this, and I'd get involved in this, all you have to do is just send me an email. It's mcfcfantv@gmail.com, or contact me on Twitter. It's @aviationblue, or you can direct message me if you're already on here, and give me your ideas. I'm open open for anything. I can choose now. I don't have to run it by somebody else and then get turned away and whatever else. So I can choose and pick whatever I want to do. So if you want to get involved, you're more than welcome. But anyway, section 20 says, have a good one, Andy, and all you Man City massive out there. Thank you, buddy. Cheers, Andy. You're the best. Thanks, Blue Art. Take care, Andy. Thank you. Kamal Dwyer. Have a great evening. Have a fab evening. You too, Head Bumps. Always here to listen and watch your vlogs. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. This channel is for the fans. Thank you, Kamal. That is it's what Man City Fan TV says. It says it's for the fans because that's the whole reason for the setup. It's purely for you guys. Cheers, Andy C. Take care, Macon. You too, buddy. Thank you for coming on the channel. Spot on, Kamal. Thank you, Scott Williams. So, guys, you've been superstars as you always are, and you know the channel wouldn't survive without you guys. So it's absolutely brilliant. Mark the Blue. It's like a fanzine. Well, I hope so. I hope that's the idea. And Mark the Blue, if you're interested, give us an email because, like I said, got some very, very good ideas, some that people might like for the summer. So if you want to be involved in it, come along and be involved. I'm taking Zinchenko's girlfriend out tonight, you lucky bastard. Blue heart. But anyway, guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back as always. We'll be back and I'm not supposed to say we'll be back every single day and do a video every single day allegedly, but you know, I'll be putting out proper quality content as much as I can over the coming weeks, and if I can do one every single night, I will be, just like I am tonight. So see you tomorrow, guys. Take care and have a great evening.